Yeah, so it's day 78 of the project, and today is the final day of my 3-part little mini-series paying tribute to 150 years of British fragrance house Penhaligons. So today I'm talking about a special 2020 limited edition fragrance that the brand have especially crafted to celebrate this landmark year. And this one is called Brilliantly British. To find out what this one's all about, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 78 of my Fragrance 365 project where I give my thoughts on a different fragrance every day for a whole year. So today's scent of the day is Brilliantly British, and like I said in the intro, this is a 2020 limited edition release celebrating 150 years of Penhaligons fragrance stories. It's already pretty difficult to get hold of and it's no longer for sale on the Penhaligons website, but there are still a couple of websites online where you can pick it up from. But for a fragrance collector like myself, picking up a limited edition little gem like this one is just like finding a pot of gold. It's only available in a 100ml bottle size and I picked this one up for £144. Yeah, as with all Penhaligons fragrances, the presentation on this one is top notch. It comes in this really nice and stylish olive green box, and then on the front we've got a vintage car at the front with the Union Jack emblem, and we've also got a Penhaligons logo there. We've got some gold leaf writing that says Brilliantly British on the front, and then you've got the size of the fragrance there. On the top we have more logo branding. We've got the royal warrants, as we always find with the Penhaligons fragrances. And then at the bottom, there's some product information and your batch code. As with all Penhaligons fragrances, the top removes to reveal the fragrance underneath, and that's sat on like a really nice plinth. This bottle shape is in the style of the signature line, and it comes with like this crystal ball effect thing on the cap, and we've also got a Union Jack bow tie, which is quite quirky and cool. And then we've also got again the vintage card on the front with the Union Jack there. I really enjoy the presentation on these. I just think they're a treat when you spray one of these. So underneath we have got a gold atomizer, and as you can see, spray distribution is really nice, and there's a nice fine mist as always with these. So yeah, the presentation on these is always going to get a 10 out of 10 from me. Yeah, the notes in this one are fairly straightforward. Up top we have lavender, and in the base there's caramel accord. Yeah, so this one is said to transport you to a sleepy English garden in the crisp morning air with stacks of lavender whilst the steam rises over your morning cup of tea and whilst you're gazing out over the green English countryside. It opens up with a very dominant and authentic take on the lavender note. It's a crisp and fresh lavender that's more refreshing rather than coming off too floral. This stays around into the dry down, but then the whole composition seems to just flip and take on something completely different. When I tested this in the store, the sales assistant sprayed some on a tester strip, and he asked me to smell the opening and then not to go back to it for at least 10 minutes or so. I gave it a smell and thought, okay, it's nice and light and the lavender smells very bright and airy, but it wasn't something that wowed me, and I certainly wasn't going to be picking it up and buying it straight away. But it was about 10 minutes later that I returned to smell the tester strip, and all I could say was, wow. It was just like a totally different fragrance. It developed into a sweet caramel accord that reminded me of like a fudge. It was gorgeous, and it made me think of a couple of other fragrances that I already own. It's quite similar to Stronger With You Intensely, but without the strong cinnamon that you get from that one. But it's more comparable to this. It's called Caron Pour Homme, but this one has a touch more creaminess in the base with the inclusion of vanilla. But back to this one, and it's a very easygoing fragrance with a smooth yet moderately powderiness running through it. It's really easy to wear and it's so addictive, and I think both men and women could easily pull this one off in equal measures. Yeah, this could easily be worn all year round because the caramel in the base isn't too sweet for the warmer temperatures, but sweet enough to wear in the cooler months of the year. It's genuinely a unisex fragrance, and I've invited both males and females to give it a smell, and I've yet to come across any negative comments about it. I say this in most of my videos, but it would be a great date night fragrance because it's warm and comforting, and it would just make anyone around you just want to lean in and give you a sniff. You could wear this in the office without offending anyone, and it's just a really great all-round fragrance. In terms of age range, I'd say that it would be fine for anyone of any age really, but if you are a younger guy looking for a clubbing scent, then maybe this isn't the one I'd recommend. This is more of a bone china teacup rather than a beer glass, if you kind of get what I mean. Yeah, I'd say this one has a moderate projection, and I reckon people around 5 or 6 feet away will be able to pick it up on you as you walk past them. But I'm yet to wear this one in like a real world situation, so I'm kind of only guessing at the moment. But I did let my sister have a try of it, and I could definitely pick it up on her from around about 5 or 6 feet. I would say that it probably lasts around 8 hours on skin, but I did spray this on an handkerchief in the shop when I first bought it, and it lasted around 5 days. I could still smell it. It was only faint, but it was definitely there. So I would say the longevity on this one is really good as well, and I'd say the overall performance is pretty decent on this one. Yeah, I would say that this is one of my top 3 favourite purchases of 2020. I did want to include it in my latest top 20 videos of 2020, but because I hadn't already reviewed it, I was dying to put it in there, but I just thought it'd be better just to give it a standalone review. I would say this is a beautiful and elegant fragrance that I just can't see how anyone wouldn't like it. It's wonderfully blended, it's superbly versatile, it's perfectly presented, and I suppose you could say it's brilliantly British. So, brilliantly British from Penhaligons gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Yeah, so that's about it for this little tribute to Penhaligons. Tomorrow I'm talking about a brand new fragrance that isn't going to break the bank. It's the latest release from Armaf and it's called Seduction. So make sure you tune in to hear my thoughts on it. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And it's always great to hear your opinions and your thoughts and your critiques on all of these fragrances that feature in the 365 project. So don't forget to keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So until next time, as always, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Bye bye for now.